Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist A12 forecaster, guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all enjoying your Tuesday afternoon. But yeah, today's gonna be another somewhat U.S. forecast. It's gonna be another update on the active east with these I was about to say snowstorms, with these rainstorms, continuing to see a lot of precipitation, and we're gonna see a whole lot more rain. We actually have a tornado warning in effect. We actually still have an active tornado warning for the border of Florida and Alabama due to these thunderstorms. And we're going to continue to see these thunderstorms for the next couple of weeks. So we're going to have a whole lot of precipitation. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. Again, this is going to be the whole East, not just the Southeast or Northeast. It's going to be in general the whole East, including the plains. But yeah, also be sure to like the video if you really enjoyed it, if you learned anything, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get in the video. So here we are looking at the National Weather Service for active alerts, and as you can tell, here we have this tornado warning. I actually did not see it until we started right now. I saw some weird red county, so we have a tornado warning right here. We'll look at that later. But we again also have coastal flood statements still in effect for the Jacksonville area. That's been like 3 days straight already. So it looks like we're definitely be having some type of system off the coast that's definitely feeding this system. This area near Jacksonville to continue to see 3 days straight with coastal flood statements. We also do have some lakeshore flood advisories just a couple miles south or west of those coastal flood statements. We also do have some wind advisories in effect for New Jersey, Delaware, and for the Virginias and North Carolina. We will have some windy conditions. We now also have lakeshore flood warnings in effect for the areas near Muskegon, Michigan, and almost all the coast of western Michigan for off Lake Michigan. We also do have on the other side, we also do have flood warnings in effect just north of Detroit, and we also have near Indiana. We do have some lakeshore flood advisories and coastal flood advisories near the Michigan City and Indiana. We also do have again some flood warnings in effect for the border of near Fargo, and we get that snow is melting from Aubrey. So now to actually take a quick look at the tornado warning. I have actually not looked at this yet, so you guys will be seeing it with me. So again, here we have it near the border of Alabama and Florida. It looks like we are having incredibly heavy rain in that area, as you can tell. Again, there is a threat for severe weather for these areas that are more to the south, because again, I'm pretty far up north compared to these areas and the tornado warning. So it's actually right here. And this is where we have this tornado warning. Again, you can see the severe weather. I think it's just in case, because I think the storm has already passed by and will very soon pass by too. But again, it's right here where we are seeing that tornado warning. And look at all these storms that are to come for this for the southeast. It's actually a very, very big thunderstorm area, or just incredibly heavy rain from all the way from South Carolina to some areas all the way into Texas. Let's take a quick look at the south to see how far it goes out. All the way to Texas, like that's a couple hundred miles, at least 700 miles of just pure, maybe even 1,000 miles, possibly, with just pure rain. And we're gonna have this rain for the next couple of days too, so it's gonna be kind of crazy. So now we're gonna be looking at the NAM K3 and Model 2 again in the next couple of hours. Today we'll start again. Here we have that severe weather coming near the Big Bend area now. We possibly maybe could have some tornado warnings near the areas south of just a couple miles south of Columbus. We also do again have that rain moving north. We have two systems, one to the south and one to the moving into the Ozarks somewhat, going to Arkansas. It will soon move into Missouri. Again, we'll also have some rain out there, some heavy rain over the Mississippi River, which has been under flood stage, I believe so. As we continue into tomorrow, this rain will move east and bring an incredibly heavy rain for Savannah, Georgia, Charleston, areas near Macon right here. We'll definitely be seeing a good amount of rain. And then we'll have the severe weather threat for Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, and the Big Bend area will definitely be having some severe weather issues. We will have a marginal risk today too, nothing much. We haven't seen a slight chance in forever. And then as we go into, this is Now, again, this is still tomorrow. We'll have this huge rainstorm coming all the way from New York all the way into Mexico. Or also, this actually goes all the way from Canada down into Mexico. That's at least what 3,000 miles, I think, 2,000 miles. Cause this is 700 miles. That's all I know. So yeah, we're gonna have a heavy. Actually, we're gonna have the heaviest rain in Georgia out here in Augusta. In Augusta, you will definitely having a lot of rain near the Jackson, Mississippi, and Gulfport area, and then we'll also have some rain for Houston and near Austin. It's been a long time since we've seen rain there. Again, we'll also see some very, very heavy rain out here for the Ohio Valley, including West Virginia, Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, again, also Charleston and areas out here in the south. So we've actually complained last week. We complained that we haven't had rain the past like 2 weeks, and now we're going to be getting too much rain. So it went from no rain to a lot of rain, and then we'll also again see this rain move to the east coast into the mid-Atlantic, bringing incredibly heavy rain for the Washington D.C. area near Norfolk. Also, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, New York City will be getting incredibly heavy rain. Actually, by Wednesday, very, very heavy rain. You can see just incredibly heavy in the red. As you can see, that possibly could be a nor'easter. Maybe this could be our first nor'easter this year that brings snow. As you can tell, we can have snow for Vermont and the New York National Park. And then we could also have some snow for West Virginia, and that will be quite crazy. You know what else is crazy? We'll see it in the next radar. So we're gonna be seeing it right here. Something very, very, very crazy. So as we continue again, this is just a repeat of what we've seen, except not as detailed. Again, we'll have heavy rain tomorrow here for the south, east coast, and the Ohio Valley, and the south central. Again, that will possibly be our first nor'easter that could bring in some very, very heavy rain as we go to Thursday. But if you see the GFS shows snow, possibly get snow for New Hampshire and Vermont in the mountains. And then look, we're about to see something very interesting. I think it's incredibly interesting. Again, by Monday we'll have some more rain to the southeast. Again, that's the third system, and then we'll have one more active into the Midwest, into the Ozarks. But here again, this could become a second nor'easter possible. And then this is not the interesting thing I'm talking about. Again, we'll have incredibly heavy rain out there for the east, and we're gonna see if I can get to it. Alright, so again, we can have another system that brings in incredibly heavy rain. Again, this would be another system, or possibly our fourth system within a week that could bring in heavy, heavy rain. But look, as you can tell, we have snow right here in the deep south on Tuesday in the Appalachians. But look, you want to see something even more surprising? Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is October 30th. It's almost impossible to see snow right here before Halloween. It's incredibly rare to see that. That's not just in the mountains. That's in Knoxville, which is somewhat at the mountains. That's almost next to Nashville, which does not really see that much snow. That's oh my god, it's kind of crazy though. Like, that's the deep south. That is the deep south. Like, look, this is where Atlanta is. Like, that's not even that far. This is where Raleigh is. Not even that far. This is look, Kentucky will be possibly seeing snow. Like almost all Kentucky will have snow in the snowstorm. And again, this is very, very far from now, 15 days from now. But this is incredibly crazy to actually see something like this, because most of the snow's outside the Appalachians. This is where the Appalachians are at. It's right here. These are the Appalachians right here. Again, they stretch way more. Let me actually do a bit better, because the Appalachians are somewhat like this. They come through Alabama, through Georgia, and through the mountains like this. This is what the Appalachians. You can tell we have a good amount outside the mountains, this could be very, very historic, seeing snow in Knoxville and Gatlinburg before Halloween, before November. Like, that's kind of crazy. And with this, not only just a snowstorm, again, this also become with a rainstorm, with these rare, this is because of the new pattern change, as we will see more cold fronts coming in through the east United States. By Wednesday and Thursday, we will have widespread cold air, and this is where we could have that second big rainstorm on Thursday, because this cold front is helping it out with the low pressure system, We'll see many areas in Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, and Kentucky seeing way below average temperatures. I'm going to see a low of 42 degrees on Thursday, which is somewhat not historic. Like, that's not historic at all, but it's very, very that's very cold for mid-October. We don't usually see 40s till end of October. And I mean, again, this depends every year, and then we could have another warm up. We just need to wait. And if we look at precipitation, we're going to see a lot more precipitation for the New England area. It's going to bring in incredibly heavy rain for the East Coast. Again, this is in the East, so this is generally what you call the East. Or if you want to be more specific, this is kind of the East, this is kind of the Central, and then again, that's the West, but I don't know. But again, we can see a whole lot of, I was about to say snow, rain, up to possibly 10 to 12 inches of rain all the way for the next 16 days. That's almost a foot of rain for the next 16 days. Many areas in New York City, all the way to near the Concord, New Hampshire area, through Albany, we could see way more than 7 inches of rain, and that's going to be incredibly rare to see this amount of rain outside of summer. And then we also have this, again, the southeast could see less rain, maybe up to 7 inches near Birmingham. And then we could have a tropical system in the Gulf that could actually form. We have that invest there, or soon to be an invest out there in the Gulf of Mexico, which could bring that second system by Thursday. So again, it just matters on the slow pressure system and just what happens in the Gulf. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye guys.